Hey guys, welcome back. So I've got a really important question for you today. Reptile reality show. Is this a good idea or a bad idea? Now, here recently we've seen it come out that there's a big YouTube personality that's apparently has a reality show in the works, and it has a lot of people pretty concerned. I'm going to let you guys know what the consensus was that I saw about this, and we got a message for Jay directly. There's a lot of people in the community that's concerned, so you won't want to go anywhere. Got some important stuff to talk about today on Intrepid Exotics. Whether you're a lifelong keeper or just getting started, help us encourage responsible keeping, conservation, and public education in the interest of keeping our reptiles safe and healthy as we protect them for future generations. You're invited to spend time with us as we experience these awesome animals together on Intrepid Exotics. So it was a good idea to start with, keeping her out here, but it didn't take me long to realize there was no way I was going to get all the way through the video wrestling with her and still being able to talk. She's a sweet girl, but man, she's got some energy. Especially when we're getting close to springtime and it's just about time for her to warm up and then get outside and start moving around again a lot. So I opted to go with my baby Burmese python. She's going to make it so much easier for us to talk today. Which is pretty important because we got a really important topic to talk about today. Like I was saying, there's a lot of concern in the community, and you know there's a lot of concern about a lot of things here lately. USARK has constantly got alerts coming out, states trying to ban this animal, that animal. Now they're going after entire educational programs where we can't take our animals out and even expose people to them without being subject to fines and jails and having our animals confiscated and killed. Honestly, it's some really Gestapo-style laws regarding some really sweet animals. And it's really sad to see people actually pushing this stuff through. So, the reptile community is constantly back on our heels, just trying to protect our rights to keep these animals. And here, especially in the last couple years, we've seen a lot more people moving towards trying to put a better face on a community. And that includes, stopping these gruesome live feeding videos, stopping putting out all the bite stuff and all the dramatic stuff just for effect and just for clicks and views. There's a really big problem with that. And, Jay out there, if you're watching this, which I hope you are, because it's really important that, we as a community all talk about this. And it's really important that, you take these things into consideration. There's always a lot of criticism out there, especially about the egg pulling videos. I've pulled clutches of retic eggs. I've got friends, breeders, that have pulled many clutches of retic eggs. And, the videos, quite frankly, they misrepresent how it's done. And it dramatizes the animals. I think it stresses the animals out a lot more than they need to be. And it just puts these animals in a bad light. I'm sure, personally, you're probably an awesome guy. You seem super friendly and everything. You've got the childhood dream of the zoo and everything out there. And it's just awesome, man. You've accomplished a lot. But a lot of us tend to think that putting out a reality show about these animals, if it's anything like the YouTube stuff that goes out there, it's going to be a lot like showing up to your own birthday party, taking your piece of cake, and then flipping the table over so that nobody else can get any. And what I mean by that is, all those videos do is they make these animals look more dangerous than they are. And it just gives more ammo to the people that are looking to ban these animals. It's not the face that the community as a whole wants to be represented by. Now, do I think it's cool? You got an opportunity to do this big video production and everything like that outside of the reptile community, outside of YouTube. Yeah, it's awesome, And I know me and everybody else would love to be 100% behind you on that. But we really need to make sure that we're going about things the right way. The survey that I put out, 98% of the people on there, you know, when I asked, is this reality show going to be good for the community? Is it going to be bad for the community? Or do you think it's not really going to matter? Excuse me. Like I said, 98% of people said it's going to be bad. We really hope it doesn't happen. And, you know, a lot of people are comparing it to the Tiger King. I'm not sure what your impression of that was, but that wasn't about the animals. It wasn't about the tigers. It was about, you know, putting a camera in front of some idiot and allowing him to make a fool of himself for everybody's entertainment. You know, I really hope you're not approaching it like that. The rest of the community hopes that you're not approaching it like that. You know, we really hope that if this is something that you decide to pursue, that you're doing it with the full understanding that how that goes and what you present can and likely will have an impact on reptile keepers all over the country. All of us. It's really something that we need to take seriously. This, for a lot of people, this may be their first exposure to these animals. And sitting down and watching somebody fighting through a striking 20-foot snake to get to eggs does not put our animals in a really good light. It just doesn't. You know, the fact that there's an opportunity here to do something like this, to reach outside the reptile community and, you know, get some more exposure to our animals and keepers and things like that, and that stands to be a potentially really awesome thing. But again, you're representing the entire reptile community. This isn't just about you. I mean, to get right to the point, and I don't want this to be a terribly long video, but this is intended to make it to Jay at Prehistoric Pets. I mean, I really hope that somebody gets this to you and you get a chance to watch it. Because most of the reptile community that I've interacted with is really concerned. They don't think that a reptile reality show is going to be good for the community. And a big reason for that is the fact that you've built so much of your channel and so much of your reputation on taking 20-foot snakes out, agitating them, and fighting through them to get their eggs, and making these animals look vicious, and making it look like it's a big joke to have a 20-foot snake biting at you and things like that. I mean, I've taken a couple food response bites from 15, 16-foot retics. I mean, it's not fun. I wasn't really laughing about it. I was really, you know, looking over my shoulder saying, hey, can you kind of help unwrap this guy while I, you know, hold his head and make sure he doesn't shred my wrist, and let's get this guy relaxed and back in his enclosure. We wasn't poking them and pissing snakes off just so they bite us. It's not a good look for the community. You know, it's really cool that you've had an opportunity to, you know, live your dream and have a zoo and work with all these awesome animals and things like that. You know, you've got a gorgeous place out there. You got some awesome animals. There's no doubt about that. But this whole thing goes so much further than just you, so much further than Prehistoric Pets. You know, this has a potential to impact the entire reptile community, and I don't want to lose my rights to keep these animals so that anybody can make a buck. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to the animals. It's not fair to the other keepers. So these are things that I really hope you guys are taking seriously as you're talking about this endeavor. You know, there's a lot of people out here that would like to be able to do and to have the same thing that you've got. And if we're putting out and misrepresenting our animals just for attention, that's going to rob a lot of people of that opportunity. So, you know, we really, I think I speak for most of the community when I say that if the intent is to over dramatize and put our animals in a bad light, you know, step away from it, man. You got a good life out there. You know, don't do anything that's going to make the reptile community look any worse than some people have already done. But anyway, guys, the long and short of everything is that, you know, regardless of which direction the series goes, whether it gets made or not, whether it's done responsibly or not, whether it's meant to actually be an educational series, or if it's meant to be another idiot box for attention, we're just going to have to wait and see. You know, unfortunately, the community doesn't have any direct control over that. What we do have direct control over is what we present and how we educate the newer keepers, how we help people with their animals, how we help people learn to read them. You know, get on your phone, do video chats with folks if they're a new keeper and they're having questions about what's this snake's behavior like. You know, I'm having problems, he's always snipping at me or something. Every time I've ever done a video chat with somebody, you know, I was able to talk them through the snake's behavior and get them through that and kind of help build people's confidence. Keeps people safer, keeps the animals happier, keeps people happier. You know, anything that we can do to help counter any of the bad press that we do and may get in the future. So don't forget, guys, get down, like the videos, get this one shared, get it out. This is a really important one. Everybody needs to see this, especially Jay out of Prehistoric Pets. And this is a conversation that has to be had. You know, I'm going to tag a bunch of people in this too, make sure that we get as much exposure as we can. But get it out there. Get subscribed to this channel, because I'm going to continue to put things out as it's pertinent and so forth outside of our regular stuff. I've got a couple more that's coming up, but I'm kind of recovering from a week-long eye infection and some really bad knees, which has kind of slowed me down a little bit. But yeah, hang in there, guys. Let's keep doing what we're doing, and we'll see you next time on Intrepid Exotics.